Hi, I'm Reverend Elea Kemler, and welcome to Good Enough Lent with Kate Bowler and Jessica Richie, and we are on day 26. Today's reflection is called Say Potato, and it was written by Jessica. I lived in the same place for 25 years. While Denver, Colorado is a major city by all normal people standards, it always felt like a small town to me. I can't pick up a nice coffee or get my tires rotated without running into someone I know. And these are the kinds of friends who remember things I've tried very hard to forget. But when I was an adult, I moved away. Making friends as an adult is hard. Making friends as an adult in a new city is even harder, especially when you work from home and have no discernible hobbies. I could be anyone I wanted to be, but there was something I missed about being known. I was fresh out of a marriage that had broken my heart, and I didn't know how to move past small talk. Intimacy with strangers felt like a risk my fragile self couldn't handle. I longed for the comfort of people with whom I could be real in my grief and heartbreak and hope. I was reminded of the difficulty of making genuine connections when I read a fascinating article by the writer C.J. Hauser, who joined the dating app Tinder in order to find a potential match. Well, she quickly found herself caught in an endless monotony of small talk. So few people, she said, felt real. Well, that's because they weren't necessarily real. She discovered a horrifying little fact. People on dating apps may be falling victim to a form of fraud. There are programmed scripts called Tinder bots that may look and sound like a real person, but are actually a little algorithm designed to be spectacular at small talk. In fact, these fake bots are so common and so persuasive that people have found themselves falling in love with someone created by artificial intelligence. What a strange modern reality. With so many loose connections among people, our relationships have been weakened to the point where even robots can seem like convincing stand-ins. But here's the heartening news. Artificial intelligence can't duplicate human interactions perfectly. It's too smooth, too instant, and too incapable of understanding complex forms of communication like irony or hyperbole. And to top it off, Tinder bots are not nearly as random as people. Humans go down conversational rabbit holes that make no sense to an algorithm. Alan Turing, the father of computer science, had something to say about this. He helped the Allies crack Nazi codes, which some argue saved millions of lives by leading to a swifter end to World War II. His life's work wondered, can machines think? He developed the Turing test to determine how a computer or bot could approximate human behavior. The Turing test was simple. If the humans couldn't tell if they were talking to a computer or a person, the computer passed. When C.J. Hauser started to question the authenticity of her online relationships, she began to use a cheeky version of the Turing test, dubbed the potato test. When she worried someone was overly automated, she would say, if you're a human, say potato. Bots don't have a programmed response for something so absurd. What exactly constitutes this uniquely human thing that can't be duplicated by artificial intelligence? Could it be the flaws? Could it be the jokes that don't always land, or our weird hobbies we wonder if anyone else will find entertaining? Is it our silly stories or our complicated families? None of us is perfect, and somewhere in those imperfections, we can be found. Maybe it's true that it hurts a little to become real and to risk intimacy with a stranger who might become that friend we're looking for. Or we might be the one they need at that precise moment. Perhaps it is our job to help one another become more real, one absurd question at a time. So if you need the reminder that love is found not in spite of our flaws, but because of them, just say potato.